Hello guys, KP Chamino here with a new video for Fishing Planet. And in this video I'm going to show you guys something that is going to change your farm totally. On every good farm in the game, if you can use this system, you will catch a lot of more fish, make a lot of more experience and money. So I started with the Nile Perch. So I'm already thinking for a couple of weeks, but I didn't really have the time to test it. So after my swordfish video in the Maldives, I saw that the sonar is very strong. And I thought by myself, can I do that on other very good farms too? And the answer is yes. It's unbelievable how good it works. So I just did one real live hour with all the data and the settings that I know from the last couple of days testing. So what is important? I will talk a little bit more in detail in the next chapter. So first of all, you need to understand what wind is producing uniques. If you know that, you know already where you need to fish. I know two of them. There are probably more on the Nile Perch. So if you find one, put it in comments. If you know that, then you're already very good. But then there was always one problem that I went to those days, but I didn't get fish. And I thought by myself, how is that possible? Because sometimes even the good wind and the good days are not producing fish. And then your sonar comes into play. It's almost cheating. So once that you know the wind, you just watch your sonar. You see a big fish. For this fish, the Nile Perch at the bottom, coming through, you throw in and you catch him. That's how simple it is. So you are not going to throw any more a lure in the water and not catching fish anymore, because it's almost 99% catch rate. I had it one time that they didn't bite, but if you understand how you need to read the sonar in combination with the right wind, that's the time frame, because it's always the same wind at a certain time frame, you will catch non-stop fish. It's unbelievable how good it is. So I did now 1 hour, I got 5 to 6 uniques and maybe 10 to 15 trophies. Of course, that's still RNG. You cannot see on the sonar the difference between a unique and a trophy or a normal one. But you know, if you fish in the unique time zone, weather, wind, you got a chance to get them. So that's purely RNG. You cannot do anything about it. So it's possible if you do this that you get 20 trophies and 0 uniques. But it's possible if you do this that you get 20 uniques. And that's a lot. And it depends, of course, what weather that you get. So there is still some RNG involved. But everything that you can do to get more uniques and trophies, this is the maximum that you can do, I think. Maybe you can play a little bit with the water temperature. That's something that is not yet in this. But then it's done. Then you maximize 100%. So I fished one real life hour. I'm very curious. I'm going to leave the area. And we are going to see how much experience that I made. And then I will explain to you guys what you need to do. Because you can copy this to every farm that you want to do, by the way. You need to test a little bit, but once that you understand it, 420,000 experience and 800,000 currency. That's a lot for the Nile Perch here. Can you get higher? Yeah, you can get higher. If from my 15 or 10 trophies, 5 were uniques, I had 100,000 more. But that's purely RNG. If somebody now say I got 600,000, that's possible. But you cannot do that every time. I'm sure of it. So that's a lot, because I had my first testing results were 260 or 280,000 experience. So you guys can do the calculations by yourself. I got 140 more, 50% more experience. And that's something that you will, if you can use the sonar and if you can see, that's the fish that I want, because here it's simple. You got a Nile Perch and then most of the time it's done. You got a little bit catfish, but of course, if you fish a spot where you got 3-4 big species, it's already a lot harder. But let's get started. I'm going to explain to you guys the settings what you need to do, the setup of course, that you guys can do it yourself. Okay, first I'm going to say really quick the setup. So it's a well-known setup. So this is a setup that you need to use. So the Nile 200, then the giant spin 10,000, then you go with the braid 0.37, you go with the Carolina rig, very important. Why is that important? Because it bounced. It's elastic, and it's going to lower the time that you need to fight the fish with a lot. By the way, it's a lot easier to get the uniques in. They buffed this fishing, by the way. The last time that I did it, I need to fight them a lot more. I think that they reduced the stamina with the Maladive, and I think they reduced it here too, and I got the impression that it's a lot easier to get in the uniques once again, and that makes it really easy to farm. So then I'm going with the bullet sinker 42 gram, then I'm going with the offset hook 14.0. Go with the biggest, because we know when the big fish are there, so there is not really a reason that you need to go with the lower one. If they cannot swallow it, it's young fish. The young ones sometimes takes it too, but we are going, because we know we are fishing in an aquarium, we know trophy and uniques are there, so then we are going to do it. And then the shed 15 centimeter. Okay guys, the next one is the most important part that you need to understand. This is something that a lot of people don't understand. So I put a text file on it. If you cannot understand what I'm saying, that's always possible. The text is on it. That are the settings that you need to have. So first of all, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. So I'm going to talk about my settings, and I'm going to give you guys a mechanic how you can see when a setting is good and how you can put it in your own rotation. Because I got two settings, but I'm sure for the unique Nile perch at the night, because we are going to fish at the night, because we don't have a cooldown then, I'm sure there will be 3-4 settings that will work too. So first of all, this is something that a lot of people don't understand. So they see this and they think it's totally the same. No, it's totally different. Because you got different wind and you got different temperature. So this is not the same like this. Only the graphic is the same. So it's possible that this one produces uniques and this is not producing uniques and this is not producing uniques either on a decent spawn. Because you can get probably everywhere uniques at the night, but I'm not going to say to you guys, yeah, you can get everywhere uniques. I want to farm as much experience and money as possible, and therefore you need to know the time frames, the wind, when they almost every time spawn a unique. That's important. So be sure that you understand that, because I got so many people already under my videos, under my farms. Yeah, they nerfed this. And it was the same with the Nile Perch. There was a guy. Why did the developers not say that they nerfed this? I came here, I got 5 uniques in 1 hour. Because he didn't understand this system. So, what is good? What are the two settings that will work? So, the west wind is producing Nile Perch, but only with 0.8 and 0.9 wind at 9 p.m. So that are two settings. It's not, so it starts at 0.8 and you got a setting that starts at 0.9. So it's always this. So if you go to 9 p.m. and you see 0.8 or 0.9, you know the unique spawned in. And then you need to find on your sonar when he's sitting on your spot, and then you can catch him. So what do you need to do is, I will show you guys it later in the gameplay too. So you start, you think, oh, 0.8, Shamino said this is a good time zone. You check your sonar, no fat fish. You forward the time 1 hour. On that moment, if it is still west wind, you need to look. If the fat fish is there, you throw it in, you get the trophy, you get the unique. That's how simple it is. Normally it's 2 or 3 hours that you will get west wind. The 0.9 will go to 0.5 in the third hour. You can fish that too. I got one unique over there too. But that are the settings that are important. There are settings that are 0.1, 0.3, 0.0. They don't work as good as 0.8 and 0.9. So don't think by yourself, yeah, Shamino said west wind, it's 0.1, it will work. No, it will not work that good. I'm not saying that you cannot get a unique, but if you want to maximize your experience and money, you need to do it this way. So how can you find yourself a setting like I found? So for example, you come here. So this is south wind, and at 4 p.m. you got 0.5 meter second south wind, and you got a unique. Write it down. Go the next time to that area again. 0.5, have a look on your sonar, because most of the time it's 1 or 2 hours that got the same. Go 1 hour further, still 0.5. If you got 1, 2, 3 times a unique, write it in the book, put it in the rotation. 0.5 meter per second at 4 p.m. in this one will work. In total, there are 33 settings, I think, or 20 to 30 settings in total. So it's a lot. So you need to understand that from 9 p.m. until 5, that's 8 hours multiplied, let's say 20. That's the amount of settings that you can have. That's 160 settings. And probably 5 to 10 of those 150, was it, or 60, is a good setting to non-stop farm uniques and trophies. That's how complicated it is to find the right settings. So now I'm going to show you guys the gameplay and you will understand right away what I'm saying. I'm now going to the position or location. I will show you guys the markers too, because that's very important that you know that. So always remember, the sonar is like scanning in front of your boat. So be sure that you don't put your boat backwards, but normally you don't do that. So I got 2 buoys here, and those 2 buoys, they are my boat buoys, and I will show you guys that right away on the tablet here. So you start here and then you come here. So those are the buoys for the boat. So write the coordinates down. Here is the other one. So then you got 2 buoys, park your boat always between them. Very important. And this is the marker for the unique Nile perch. So that's how you need to do it. Don't anchor. Never anchor, of course. Otherwise you will... you need to fight them a long time. And then you do this. So I got at the moment this boat. This is the Gary Scott boat. I took not the DLC one, because not everybody got a Brazilian boat, but this is a Gary Scott Orion Bass boat. You can buy it at level 50. The sonar is not as good as on the Brazilian boat, but it will do the job too. Okay, now we are going to start. So very important, here is a sonar. We are between the buoys, and I told you guys you need to be... So now I'm going to the night. This is west wind 0.0. It's not good. We need to have 0.8, 0.9. So the good thing is, it's happening a lot. Here it is. So this is the unique spawn box that will happen. So this is 0.8. What do you need to do on the next step? You need to wait. So do you see those fat fish coming? So you need to understand that this is a smaller one, but this is a Nile perch. I'm not sure what the top one is. I cannot catch him. I tried it a couple of times. So now this is very active. So the unique and the trophy, I saw them. So they will bite really quick. So then you throw in. And oh, what the fuck? This is not the right setup, you know. Why I'm fishing with the pilker. Be sure that you... this is, by the way, a river. So be sure that you move with your trolling motor. That you stay at the same location. What is the presentation? So you guys saw that the Nile perch are sitting at the bottom. So you need to fish at the bottom with the twitching. I will show you guys what you need to do. I expect really quick a bite or like a nibble. So you put your rod in the air and you just... Yeah, do you guys see this? That was already a bite, by the way. So even in the drop, so you do this. Speed 3. And you let it bounce off the bottom. That's the best what you can do. Just rod in the air and then you just reel a little bit. It was not the best presentation, this one. So you do 1, 2, 3 casts, because I think the fish is already gone. I don't see them anymore. So I will do now a little bit gameplay. So you do this, do twitching, but always go to the bottom. That's very important. Yeah, they are still here. Do you guys see them coming? That are very fat Nile perch. Yeah, here is the first bite. Spit it back out, so they are sitting here. I expect really quick, if it is not a young one, that they are going to bite. There is another bite. What does that mean if you got bites like that they cannot swallow the hook? That's how it works. It's on every fish. So it's not fake bites or something. They simply cannot swallow the hook. So let's have a look. Does he want to bite now? Because it's possible to, because the icons for the young ones are the same like the icons for the unique ones. That we need to go 1 hour further. That's always possible. Yeah, here we go. That's how simple it is. I'm not sure what this is. Is it a Nile perch or is it a catfish? No, Nile perch. Here we go. Trophy Nile perch. It's I call it almost cheating, to be honest. And it's always, you know when the fish is there, you know when you need to fish it. Of course, it need to correlate everything together. What do you do now? Sometimes you can get trophy unique, but it's rarely. On 20 days, I had it one time. You wait, you can see now, fish is gone. That's what's happening. So there are small fish. You forward the time now 1 hour, and you will see 1 hour further, it's still west wind 0.8. So we are going to do that. So let's have a look. It can take some time. So don't think, oh, they are not coming. Wait, there is a first fish. Small fish. Are we going to get a big icon? You guys can see that I not even throw my rod in the water if there is not a big icon. This is a big one. Are we going to get the Nile perch at the bottom? I think they will come. Most of the time if they come here too. So let's have a look. Yeah. Do you guys see that? It's not the biggest one, that one. Because there is one icon in between, but it's possible that the unique spawned in. So we are just going to do a couple of throws to have a look. You will see it right away. They bite right away. There is a bite. Did the unique spawn in? We will know right away. So back to the bottom and you bounce it. Where is my... I'm a little bit too far from the buoy. Therefore the buoys are really good. So I'm going back to my location a little bit better. Because that's very important. That you stay on your boat buoys. Okay, here we go again. I got a feeling... Normally, yeah, there is a bite again. But I think it's young. It's young Nile perch. There is a bite again. They are here because we see them on the sonar. That's something that we know. But that doesn't mean that the unique is here. We already got a trophy. So if we got now a fat fish, it's always unique. And they are sitting here. You can see it. Do you guys see that? This middle one, the big icon, that's probably the unique. But that does not mean that he always bites. But I got a good feeling if this is... No, it's not. Is it a unique? No, it's a trophy African sharp-tooth. Okay. So it can happen. Let me have a look. Do we still got the big ones here? Maybe it was the trophy African sharpfish. Sharpfish, catfish. I think it's done. No, they are still here. They are still here. But I think that the unique is still here. You can see it. So I'm going to try it a little bit longer. There is a bite. I'm going to do 2 more throws. I'm going to forward 1 hour. I think we go now to 0.5. But like I said, I had one unique in 0.52. So sometimes you can go one. Yeah, here we go. Is it a unique? Is it a unique? If this is not, if he keeps fighting, it's a unique because we already got the trophy. Yeah, like I said, guys, it's like, yeah, you just see what you can catch, you know. It's crazy. It's so many things that pop up in my head what you can do with this knowledge because you can just do it with a lot of stuff, you know. Yeah, and therefore I said, so always go behind the fish and do this. Very important, fight the fish. Don't be passive. The more you do this, the faster he comes in. So here we go. Is it a unique? Yeah, that's how it is, guys. And you guys can see I didn't edit nothing because I went on day number 1 and yeah, I cannot say more. I'm not really sure that they are going to keep this in the game, to be honest. But yeah, we are just using. So now you go back to your location. So this is now done. 1 trophy, 1 unique, 60,000 currency. We fish 6 minutes. So if you do this every time, you got 600,000 experience, by the way, and 1 million currency. So now you come back. So always drive around and we do just the same. What is this? Yeah, 0.0 is not good. 0.0 is not good. 0.9 west wind was a good one too. That's what I told you guys. Yeah, whoa. Do you guys see this? 1, 2, 3 Nile perch, and they look all very fat. It's possible that you need to wait a little bit. We are going to have a look. So let's have a look, just the same again, because it's possible that I get now right away the unique again or a trophy. Just the same, yeah, the bite is already there. Of course, I can see them on the sonar. Sonar says, yeah, the fish is here. Yeah, another bite. Can we get the trophy or the unique? Because they are sitting here, you guys can see it on the sonar. Okay, I'm going a little bit better to my buoy here. Very important. So let's go again. Let it sink to the bottom. Do some twitching. Here we go. Yeah, it's a fat one again. It's possible that we got already another unique. Yeah. You need to understand, if I know a spot for the swordfish, and I can do this, and I can get them like in 10, 20 meters, and I can max drag the swordfish, what is going to happen? You know that, right? Very nasty shit that they are going to nerf, I think. 100%. Because the thing is that I'm now fishing normal. If I bring like 10 reels and I do this. Now I'm max dragging, by the way. Do you guys see the difference? Because people say there was another day a guy, I left with him. Yeah, max drag is not anymore in the game. No, what I'm doing now at the moment. What did I do now just? I max drag this fish. Unique Nile Perch. Thanks for watching, guys. Have fun. Bye bye.